Hello, my name is Steve Spencer. I'm a senior lecturer in the School of Visual Arts and Design at the University of Central Florida and the program coordinator for the Bachelor of Science in Photography degree program. Daytona State College and the University of Central Florida have an articulated 2+2 Associate of Science to Bachelor of Science Photography degree program. This 2+2 program allows students coming out of the State College with an Associate of Science in Photography to merge seamlessly into their upper division years at UCF to complete the bachelor's degree requirements for the BS in Photography. In this partnership, Daytona State College handles the lower division courses in the program and UCF the upper division courses. The DSC and UCF photography departments are both located on the Daytona State College campus in Daytona Beach. Because it is an articulated degree, students completing the AS in Photographic Technology at DSC are automatically admitted into the UCF program as juniors. The requirement for admission into the upper division UCF program is an AS degree in photography. The AS in Photographic Technology degree program is in the School of Photography and Media Studies at Daytona State College and has been in existence for over 45 years. The Bachelor of Science in Photography degree program at UCF is in the College of Art and Humanities and the School of Visual Arts and Design and has been in place for about 2 decades. In addition, the Southeast Museum of Photography is also here on campus. The two schools and the museum are known as the Southeast Center for Photographic Studies. More about the SMP a little bit later. I'm going to show some examples of student work while I talk about the degree programs. There are 13 core photography courses, 48 credit hours at the Associates of Science level. There are 14 core photography courses, 42 credit hours at the Bachelor's of Science level. That's 27 photography courses and 90 credit hours of concentration in photography between the two programs. While our courses do have specific directions, assignments, and goals within most of the shooting classes, there are opportunities for you to create work that is directed toward your specific career goals, and especially in the upper division courses. Subject areas are camera handling, digital imaging applications, film and darkroom, history and aesthetics, color theory and design, studio portraiture, location portraiture, commercial product illustration, editorial photography, photojournalism techniques, basic to advanced videography, digital printing, narrative and documentary photography, contemporary photography studies, professional business practices, alternative processes, which are 19th century archaic techniques like cyanotypes and Van Dyks and gum printing, architectural photography, museum studies, photography as an art form, and internship opportunities. We have a range of established industry partners for internships. More on that in a bit. The first 2 years of course offerings provide a wide view of the possibilities within the photographic medium. The third and fourth years allow students an opportunity to tailor their photographic studies toward their specific career goals, to study and explore an area or areas of specialization. Students have ample opportunities to easily engage with faculty due to the low student to faculty ratio. At present, there are 5 full-time photography faculty between the two programs, with plans for a 6th full-time position in fall 2022. There are also several adjunct faculties between the two colleges. Faculty teach in both degree programs. Students in the major are engaged by talented, experienced, accessible teachers and advisors who have a diverse and rich background in photography. UCF faculty includes myself, Lane Wyatt, Justin Nolan, the Daytona State faculty, Gianti Seiler and Stephen Benson. Within both programs are opportunities to present work publicly. Students finishing the DSC program participate in the Departures exhibit each fall at the Southeast Museum of Photography. Students in the Bachelor of Science program spend a semester in a capstone course where they create work to be included in an exhibition at the Southeast Museum of Photography. The college is situated on International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona Beach, just a few miles east of the Daytona International Speedway, a short drive west of the beach, and a little north of Cape Canaveral and the Kennedy Space Center. Also, the Canaveral National Seashore is south of us, and the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. The DSC and UCF photography departments are both located on the Daytona State College campus, where we share a two-story, 56,000 square foot building with state-of-the-art studios, Mac labs, dark rooms, and classroom facilities. In addition, the Southeast Museum of Photography is also here on campus. Our facilities. All classrooms are equipped with track lighting for print critiques. The Adobe Creative Cloud Suite is available to students on all workstations. Our partnership with the Southeast Museum of Photography allows us to take advantage of their extensive permanent collection. We have 3 commercial studios with approximately 4,000 square feet of space. We have 5 portrait studios with 2,000 total square feet of space. We have wet process dark rooms, a 20 and larger printing facility with over 600 square feet of working space. In addition, we have individual dark rooms for processing film. We have a lab dedicated to the archaic processes, as I mentioned before, cyanotypes, Van Dyke Brown, and gum printing. Equipment, we have an equipment stock room that eases the demanding workflow for students by selling supplies and loaning and renting a large range of photographic equipment, including cameras, lenses, and lighting equipment. Available in the stockroom are a large variety of Nikon cameras and lenses, wide-angle, fixed, zoom, tilt-shift, macro lenses. We have Canon bodies and Canon lenses. Also the same tilt-shift, wide angles, fixed lenses, zoom lenses, macro. We have film cameras, Hasselblad. We have Pentax 6x7. We have the Mamiya 645 and the C220. We have 4x5 view cameras, Toyo 4x5 view cameras. We have a Horseman 8x10 inch view camera. We have lots of different kinds of lighting equipment. Pro Photo generally is what we have in our studios. We also have photogenics, Bowens. We have some Ellen Crom portable kits. We have a variety of LED lights, different brands, Besco, Flashpoint, Genray, Aperture. We also have speed lights on camera, Canon, Nikon, Godox, as well as a variety of The stockroom also has plenty of video equipment, jibs, a variety of sliders, Zoom recorders, Rode microphones, Ronin gimbal, the Moza gimbals, tripods and monopods for video as well as for still photography. In addition to all of that, we have portable background kits, pop-up light tents, green screens, reflectors, and much, much more. The labs at Daytona State College. The digital labs and classrooms are, as I mentioned earlier, Mac and Epson based with a variety of large format and tabletop printers, 44-inch, 36-inch, 17-inch printers. The DSC Mac Lab has 21 workstations with 10 small format printers and 2 large format printers. They have a scanning room with a variety of scanners. I believe there's 6 in all there. The UCF Lab, we have the Adobe Creative Cloud suite on all workstations. This lab is dedicated to just the upper division students. The door to the lab is key coded for easy access and security. We have 11 workstations in the UCF Lab, 3 large format printers, 6 small format printers. There are 2 scanner stations. The UCF classrooms, there are, depending on the classroom, anywhere from 10 to 20 workstations in the classrooms. We have 80-inch flat screen monitors in most of the classrooms in the facility. There are 2 print finishing areas, one downstairs with 16 and 24-inch presses, and one upstairs with a 44 by 60-inch vacuum press. The Southeast Museum of Photography, established in 1979, is on the Daytona State campus. The museum's exhibition and speakers program features established visual artists, critics, and scholars who introduce students and the larger community to a wide range of ideas and topics. The SMP's programs enrich the academic discourse for our students and contributes to their research and practice. The museum's lecture series, a distinguished history of exhibitions and lectures, have included many well-known as well as up-and-coming photographers, such as Gordon Parks, Robert Rauschenberg, Sally Mann, Mary Ellen Mark, Aaron Siskin, Jerry Ullsman, Arnold Newman, William Christenberry, Elliot Irwit, Steve McCurry, Jill Greenberg, Arthur Rothstein, Joseph Karsh, Robert Frank, Eddie Adams, Harry Callahan, Dwayne Michaels, just to name a few. As mentioned earlier, there are exhibition opportunities for students at the SMP. The BS in Photography seniors spend a portion of their final year in the degree program planning, photographing, and preparing a body of work for their capstone course. The UCF Senior Thesis Exhibition is held in the Southeast Museum of Photography each spring and showcases the photographic work created by graduates of the degree program. Gallery 202 is an 800 square foot teaching gallery in the photography building that is dedicated to presenting the work of students, alumni, and invited artists in individual, group, themed, and juried exhibitions throughout the year. We use it for classwork project presentations. The narrative photography course typically does an annual exhibition in there. The contemporary photography course as well. We've done print exchanges in the gallery with the Chiang Mai House of Photography at Chiang Mai University in Thailand. We do student competitions, invitationals, student individual shows, group themed shows. It's an opportunity for students to highlight their own work individually or in groups. There is an SGA-sponsored club called the Student Photography Association, or the SPA, that does activities, field trips, workshops, all outside of the curriculum. And this is, the club is within Daytona State College and UCF, both. We have an active internship program and have established partnerships with industry in Florida. Some of the internships through the Bachelor of Science in Photography program in the past, to name just a few, Joe Brooks Photography in Longwood, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, Stephanie Cantus out of Palm Beach, Bonaire Corporation is a publishing company, Space Coast Business Marketing in Melbourne, Orlando Magazine, Atlantic Center for the Arts in New Smyrna Beach, the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts in Tampa, the Southeast Museum of Photography, the Orlando Museum of Art, SNAP Orlando, Telemundo Orlando, which was a video internship, Crop Creative Media in Jacksonville, which is also a video internship, the Orlando Sentinel, the Florida Times Union in Jacksonville, the Daytona News Journal in Daytona Beach, the Council on Aging in Daytona Beach, the Volusia County School District, NBC Universal Golf Channel Orlando, and the Daytona International Speedway. This is really just a short list of the internships that students have done through the BS in Photography degree program. We have sent 19 students to grad programs all over the United States in the 2 decades of the upper division program: Ohio University, Ryerson University, Columbia College Chicago, Rochester Institute of Technology, Florida State University, Savannah College of Art and Design, the University of Florida, the University of Southern California, Indiana University, Syracuse University, the London College of Fashion and Florida State University, University of Central Florida, Florida State University, University of Florida again, the University of South Florida, the University of North Florida, the University of Florida again, the Maine College of Art, the University of Notre Dame, the University of Iowa. Our alumni are working all over the country and some internationally. While this is not even close to a comprehensive list, it is a look at some of the places our graduates have been. William Dunkley, a photo editor at Prestige Hong Kong. Kelly Jordan, visual editor at USA Today. Juliana Ramnes, curator at the Atlantic Center for the Arts. Laura Dervin, teaching photography at Martin County High School. Anna Rowe, working for Getty Images and HBO. Clarissa Bonet, the Catherine Edelman Gallery in Chicago. Charles Brewer, teaching at Mid-Florida Tech. Marie DeJesus, staff photographer at the Houston Chronicle. Brian Chasm is a staff photographer at the Home Shopping Network. Kim Kuhn, photo editor for the Bonaire Corporation. Carly Miller, graphic designer, Montana State University. Ashley McCormick, a successful Orlando wedding photographer. Jesse Ward, the collections manager at the SCAD Museum of Art. Jason Bolt, teaching cinematic arts at UCLA. Jason Green, director of photography at Blue Chalk Media. Aaron Gordon, director of the Southeast Museum of Photography. Terrell Lawton, a San Francisco Bay wedding photographer. Kathy Tubbs, teaching photography at Lake Mary High School. Jessica Castro, editorial and commercial photography in Los Angeles area. Claire Mitchell, Valencia College videographer. Nick Sorez, a fashion photographer in New York City. And John Michael Bullock, teaching photography at Lake Buena Vista High School in Orlando. Ellis Gadram, Orlando commercial photographer. Erica Grace, successful Orlando wedding photographer. And Bradley Rutledge, a commercial and sports photographer. Maria Morrison, a video editor, NBC Universal Golf Channel. And Andrew Gilbert, a U.S. Army contract photographer. So this concludes the information part of the presentation about the AS to BS in photography degree programs at Daytona State College and the University of Central Florida. And I will leave you with some information, contact information. Contact information for the Daytona State College program, Jayanti Seiler, who's assistant chair in photography, and myself, Steve Spencer, the program coordinator, BS in photography. There are our email addresses. And you can also find us on Instagram and visit our website through the School of Visual Arts and Design at the University of Central Florida or through Daytona State College. Thank you. So I'm going to open it up to some questions now.
Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hand, and we can call on you to speak. Okay, we have a question from Ingrid. Hello, I'm a Katya Evanuk, Ingrid Demania student. I don't think I see the rest of your question, Ingrid.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Yes. Yep.
I don't have a question at the moment, but I wanted to say this was such an amazing experience, seeing everything that you'll offer and all the different opportunities that are offered with y'all. I'm just like speechless at what I saw.
So Katie's logged on. I'm Ingrid Damiani. I'm the teacher at Douglas Anderson School of the Arts, and Katie is my student who I logged in, so she's in with me. But she's been having sparks fly out of her head as she's been listening today.
It really is a wonderful, wonderful facility. The place, and it's a nice community. Honestly, the students. They form the community, and they have these friendships that last, a lifetime. It's really a special place. Absolutely, it's what you expect college to be.
When it comes to visiting the campus, is that just open to anybody, or do you have to make a point or whatever, organize it?
For the DSC campus, yes, and you'd want to contact the contact the photography department at Daytona State and just let them know that you're coming, so that they can arrange to have somebody walk you around the building and speak with you about the program.
Do you have that email address, Stephen?
Yes, let me put that up in the chat.
That'd be awesome.
I'll hang on, I'll dig that up and put it up there in just a minute.
Thank you.
I'll ask a kind of open-ended question, just for prospect students. If they're in high school right now, what is the next step if they want to get to this program? What would their steps be?
So let me, I have a flyer that I can open up here online, and let me open that with preview. There it is. All right, so this is, these are the contacts here for DSC. You'd want to contact Janti Seiler, who's the assistant chair for the photo program. And I can put that in the chat too. But what I would do is to go to the Daytona State College website, and I could give you a URL, but honestly, it's like 6 miles long, and it's very easy if you just go to their site and search for photography or AS in photography, and the department page will come up, and it's very easy to navigate, and it tells you exactly where to who to call and where to start. If you want to get to admissions on the DSC site, it's the same thing. Just type in admissions on their site. It's very, very user friendly. We've actually just redone the site, which is really nice.
Great. And another question that I've seen before is, do students have to get an AS in the photographic technology from Daytona State College, or are there other acceptable associate's degrees that can allow them to get into the Bachelor of Science program?
Yes, we have an articulated agreement with Daytona State College which is an automatic, you automatically move into the upper division. There are 3 other AS degree programs in the state. There's one at Miami-Dade and State College of Florida and Pensacola State College. And we've had students come from those colleges and move in successfully as well. They're just not articulated degrees. So there's a few other hoops that have to be jumped through, but it's not a difficult thing to do.
Okay, so if a student was in that position, they're working on a program outside of Daytona State College, they could, I guess, reach out to that same contact you had listed.
Yeah, this one is for Daytona State, but no, at that point, if you're coming through Pensacola or you're or if you're coming through State College or Miami-Dade, then you would reach out to our advising people, to our admissions office.
Okay. And then I saw a couple questions come through in the chat. As a person that is still not sure if they are going to get into the career, but still want to continue doing photography on their own time, what is your advice to learn more about photography and improve their skills?
Well, I mean, one of the best things to do is to start off in an AS program and see if that's something that, is a fit for you. I think, that's the best way. And, the state colleges are open enrollment. So, you would come into the program. That's not a problem. But I think, you've got to try it out. Just give it a try and see if you like it or not. No harm done if not.
And then another question, when applying to Daytona State College for the photography program, is it necessary to include a portfolio along with the standard application?
No, not at all. Not at all. There's no portfolio requirement because you come in as into the intro classes. Unless you've had a lot of photography at the high school level, sometimes there's possibilities for skipping a class or so, but generally you start off in the at the beginning. So there's no portfolio requirement, and there's no portfolio requirement between the DSC and the UCF program either. Since it's articulated, once you have the AS in photographic technology from Daytona State, you're automatically admitted into the UCF Bachelor of Science program.
Awesome. So the only questions I see at the moment. Can you explain a little bit about the differences between the photography program offered at Daytona State College, the Bachelor of Science, versus the photography that's offered on our main campus through Studio Art?
The Bachelor of Science in Photography degree is what we call an applied degree, where the BFA or the Bachelor of Fine Arts is a fine art degree. And the Orlando campus program, you specialize in photography in the BFA program, or ceramics, or painting, or printmaking, or something like that. In our program, it's it's applied, so it's workforce. Whereas the BFA program, the direction of that is fine art, or thinking in terms of exhibiting work, or going on and getting a graduate degree and an MFA or something like that. But our students come out with the skills to be able to work in industry, and and many different kinds of industry, like I indicated before. So yeah, it's workforce. That's basically it.
Gotcha.
You still get, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you get a lot of the same concepts in the BS program that you do in the BFA program. I mean, we teach design and color theory and composition and design, all of the aesthetics basically. But at the same time, you're getting this great technical base. So you learn how to light things and how to deal with lighting situations on the fly, basically out in the field, in the studio. And again, so many different areas of photography that we touch on. Absolutely.
And your students do get the opportunity to exhibit their work also at the end of their senior year, correct?
We do, right, at the Southeast Museum of Photography. And there's other opportunities, like I mentioned, within our teaching gallery. And sometimes students they'll band together and exhibit at other places in town, the art house or the News Journal Center, things of that nature. There's also one of the courses that we have in the upper division is a museum and gallery class, and they put on an exhibition of work as well, usually at some gallery venue in town, somewhere in Orlando or over on the East Coast.
Gotcha. Another question we get is, do the students have to have their own camera? Is that something they will need to purchase at some point? Or is it something they can rent out? If you could talk a little bit about that.
Yes, you need a camera. And my advice is to not buy something super high end and expensive to start with if you're not real sure. I mean, they're all expensive, but one of the nice things about our facility is that there's a lot of equipment there and you get to try a lot of different things. So, you could check out a Nikon D800 or a Canon, D5 or something like that, and try them out. We've got some Sony equipment as well. And what I'm trying to get to is it gives you the opportunity to try equipment before you buy it, basically, and become familiar with it and see if you like it. But you definitely need equipment. You need a camera at least to start with. And our particular stock room is heavy on the Nikon and Canon, especially the Canon equipment. So, if you want to be able to borrow lenses or check out lenses, you might want to stick with those brands.
Great. Thanks for answering that. Just so you all know, I'm posting a link to the other photography info session we had last week. This was more geared to the studio art program that we have that we offer on main campus. So if you're interested in seeing a little bit more of the differences with that program, I just posted the link in the chat. Another question, how many students are typically accepted into the Daytona State, the Bachelor of Science program? Or I guess maybe both.
Generally, we get into the DSC program. Enrollment has been as high as 300 students in a year, and it's gone down to half of that at times. It fluctuates, but generally, we have we try to keep the class sizes small. Within the studio classes in both programs, we try to limit it to about 12 students in a class. The studios get entirely too crowded with more than that. Some of the digital classes we have classrooms with 20 computers, so we can have classes with 20 students in them. But generally the shooting classes, the studio classes, we try to keep those as small as possible. So we'll make when we have large groups of students, we have multiple sections of classes.
Gotcha.
So, and that's a lot better for the students, because you have a more one-on-one time with the faculty then too. It's like I said, the lower student faculty ratio kind of thing.
So there's not like a cap at like how many people you accept, so students don't have to worry about that.
No.
Okay.
And again, if coming into the UCF program from the DSC program, you're guaranteed a spot, so because it's articulated. Yeah, but there's not a cap, not at this point.
Gotcha.
I think the most we've had in our program so far has been just right about 68 students in the upper division, which was quite full.
Yeah. Maybe a fun question. Since you're located so close to Daytona Beach, do you ever take students to the beach, field trips, or do anything like that? Take photos out and about?
Yes, but not to the beach. There's a strict prohibition on studio equipment going out, or any kind of camera equipment going out of the beach. They're like, no, don't do it. I know students do it for sure, but no. But yeah, we do go out on location to photograph. Definitely, they do in quite a few of the courses on at DSC. They'll take trips to places. We've done fashion shoots out at parks. Justin Nolan will take his architectural students to different buildings and campuses, and they'll do interior photographs and exterior photographs. But yeah, we definitely do that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Cool. I have another question from the chat. Is there any transportation available from one campus to the other?
Well, the DSC and the UCF programs are both on the same campus. We actually exist in the exact same building. We share that studio facilities and classroom facilities and whatnot. We actually have our own classrooms within the building and our own labs, but we're all in the same building. So if you mean from Orlando campus to Daytona, well, no, because there's not a like I said, the program is all on Daytona State campus. Now, the BFA program that Hannah's referring to is over on the Orlando campus. That's offered only over there, and the BS program is only offered on the Daytona campus.
Do you have open labs at certain parts of the week that students are available or able to go in and use the computers that you have, or do they have to strictly use their own computers?
No, students are welcome to bring their laptops with them, but we have great facilities. The labs are open as long as the building is open, and the building's open Monday through Saturday. Generally, the hours, the building hours are 7 in the morning until 9 at night. Friday closing at about 5 o'clock, and Saturday, then there's usually a 6 to 8 hour block of time on Saturdays that it's open. The students can come and go in the labs as they please. Very rarely do we have classes in the labs. Sometimes we'll take over a lab to teach students how to use printers, but generally that's it's a class function, so it doesn't really yeah, we don't, yeah, it's basically open all the time. You don't have to have special permission at all. There's plenty of workstations. The DSC lab has up to 20 workstations, the UCF Lab 11. The classrooms also, the UCF classrooms, if they're not, and the DSC classrooms, if there's not a class in session, you can go into those classrooms and sit at the computers and do your editing work there as well. So there's plenty of facilities to work in.
Hello, this is Angela, and I'm an advisor for the program and a success coach. And I'm going to drop some information about Direct Connect to UCF in the chat box below. So you are guaranteed admission with the Associate of Science in Photographic Technology from Daytona State College. So take a look at that site and get some information, sign up for Direct Connect, and you'll be connected with a success coach who'll be able to assist you with your transition from Daytona State to UCF. So I did drop that information in the chat box for you.
All right. Any other questions from the chat or from anyone who would like to ask them verbally? All righty. Well, oh, go ahead. Did you have something?
No, I said I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for attending today. And if you have any follow-up questions, you can feel free to reach out if it's advising related to svatadvising@ucf.edu. That's our advising email address. And if they have any specific questions for you, Stephen, can they reach out to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Do you mind putting your email in the chat? Awesome. Thank you so much again, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. And we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.